How do you feel wasting your hard-earned money on a property that is not worth it? And at the end of the day, you both lose the property to fraudsters, or you lose the property um, to family people. How will you feel? How will you feel buying a property that is though genuine, but there's no appreciation on it? And again, too, how will you feel investing so much in real estate and you are not rich? There are people that invested in real estate and they are as broke as us. There are a lot of people like that. You understand? But in this video, I'll be sharing the 3 most important factors you must consider before you drop your money down to own real estate. Okay, let's go. Number 1 most important factor you must consider is the location. Yes, location is key. In real estate, where your property is situated determines what comes to you. Your location determines your allocation. Let me just this motivational speaker. You understand? Yes. So when you want to buy property, first, what is your aim of buying it? Everybody wants the property to appreciate. You see that your property, if you want appreciation to be high, it must be in a good location. Simple. It must be close to notable landmarks and infrastructure. It must be close to it must be close to well paved roads. It must be close to developing areas. It must be close to places like airports, seaports, refineries, big hotels, factors like this. You see that these are things that bring value and great worth to an area. If your property is in this kind of location, then you are sure that the appreciation rate will be very, very high and you make it in real estate. You see that? So your location is key. Don't joke with it. Number 2 important factor that you must consider before buying a property is documentation. Documentation determines whether you'll be ejected out of your own land and house in the next 5 years or not. It's that simple. You understand? A lot of people, when they see the property they like, they are not so patient to do their due diligence as to verify whether the document I'm about to get in is the right document or not. They are not too patient to do their due diligence. They just hastily pay for property and they start having issues later. Now, I may not just talk deeply about land titles and documents now, but I'll just itemize, just list out the documents you should always go for and expect when buying a real estate investment. Number 1 is C of O, very important. Governor's consent, powerful. Extension, government approved decision, there's nothing wrong with that. Deed of assignment, deed of conveyance, gazettes, freehold. If your land title is not within these ones that I mentioned, you are likely going to have problems later, especially if you are staying in areas like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. You see that? So the documentation is key. It determines the security of your property. I mean, with that one, at least with the CFO, you know you can even get a loan from the bank. And that's something that's amazing. That's if you're a businessman that takes loan from the bank. So documentation is powerful and is key. Then the 3rd one is acquisition rates. Acquisition rates is important. I have a lot of customers that have bought property from me. They bought not because they want to invest in the land now. They don't want to build house now. They just want to buy it and leave it for 10 years time. Are you getting me? Yeah. And many of them bought it from our estates in Ibejuleki. They bought it from our estates in Ebe. Why? Because they bought it too from our estates in Mowe. Why? Because these areas, they have potential. Ibejuleki, for an example, has upcoming refinery, upcoming airports, seaports, fertilizer plants, a lot of companies already, a lot of infrastructure is already in Ibejuleki, whereas the lands there, they are still cheap. Are you getting me? So when your goal of buying property is acquisition rate, then you want to consider buying a cheap land and keeping it. Sometimes people they have money wasting in their account that they have not used, and so instead of leaving it down there, why not buy a property that appreciates very well? I mean, properties in these areas, they are appreciating very, very well and very fast. Are you getting me? And that is just it. It's not the difference between appreciation rate and location is that in location I talked about the place must be developed so that you get the dividends as soon as possible. In short, as soon as your investment is running. You understand? But in appreciation rate, I talked more about the location may actually be a bush, but it has prospects. Not that prospects that are not visible. It has upcoming prospects that are already on the um on the pipeline. Are you getting me? So the absorption rate in these areas, though they are bush, they are bushy, though these areas they are not correct places, they are not pleasing to the eyes. It could be villagers that are staying there, but don't underrate it. Those lands are heavy investment that will make you rich. Yes, they are heavy investments that make you rich. Why? Because um when those infrastructures that they are building, especially in places like Ibeju, like Lagos, when these infrastructures are coming up, when they launch, you will find a lot of investors running to buy property, and then you that keyed in earlier on, you would have been smiling. You understand? So it's very important. Yes, I'm not saying you shouldn't consider other factors. There are still a lot of other factors, but these are the three main factors. Of course, you want to still consider if the land you want to buy, if it has court case, very very important. If it has if it has if it is waterlogged. Waterlogged land is not actually a death sentence. It depends on what matters to you. If you are buying a waterlogged land, if your priority is location, you may say waterlogged land and you will just know that I will do piling, or I'll do raft, I'll do all these things. You understand what I mean? Lekki phase 1 is waterlogged actually. VI is waterlogged. Equally, these are waterlogged places, but somehow you're able to find a way around it. I'm not saying you should just jump into waterlogged area, but make sure that at least if you are buying from a waterlogged area, the location meets your criteria, the documentation meets your criteria. You know that it's actually spending you're going to do to put in a befitting infrastructure that will cushion the effect of the possible water problem. Yeah. So aside checking if it's waterlogged, you want to check the topography. You want to check the possible issues that will happen. Are you getting me? These are the factors you must consider if you want to buy real estate. Until I come your way again, please don't forget, subscribe to this channel, share the link with your friend, and let them be part of the system too, so that when I release videos, you'll be the first to get it. Okay, bye. Happy Sunday.